3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 6 of Teddybears and Tentacles podcast. My name is Quinn, and with me today I have Skinny Rick, who is
What up?
messing with his microphone.
Stands loose. Gotta tighten it.
Okay, well,
Yep. I guess I got to talk louder than that.
yeah, that's good. How's your week going?
It's going pretty good. Started college prep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing some
Math.
extracurricular algebra.
Yeah, that's technically not the college prep because I really need to be doing calculus. But basically, I'm just refreshing on Algebra 2 before I go into like pre-cal, which I don't know, dude. It's kind of mixed up because I was supposed to do pre-cal last year, calculus this year. But when I did Algebra 2, I passed, but like just barely.
Yeah.
And so I was like, instead of doing pre-cal, I'll redo Algebra 2 to make sure that I know what I'm doing.
Well, brush up on it, dude.
But now I'm doing Algebra 2 again for some reason.
Well, do it again.
So
Because whenever you're out of school for like 10 or 11 years, I couldn't algebra if I tried. I
hear that calculus doesn't really get used in everyday life, but algebra definitely is more practical.
I mean, it's for sure is more practical, but it's still not.
But even then, which is funny because now, like with this new curriculum, because I'm doing Algebra 2, but with a different curriculum, and with this, they're like try to do it in your brain, but if you need to, just use a calculator. But all of my curriculums leading up to that have been you don't need a calculator because you've got your brain.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to really actually use a calculator the right way.
You have one of those expensive ones?
I don't have
like
one.
a what do you call that thing? Oh, you don't have one?
I know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't know how to use it because I've never had to, because I've never been allowed to.
Well, you got to learn how to do it because you can use them.
Yeah.
So
I've been doing it with my phone. Actually, I've got it's got a stylus, and if you take the stylus out, it opens up a notepad. And I've just been doing, instead of wasting paper, I've just been doing all my math problems, writing them down that way.
You need to get one of the fancy ones.
Yeah.
It's just something you need to have, You can't do high school without one of those calculators. That's one of the things that I guess you were never in public school, but in middle school, it was like, we got the regular calculator. That's all we need. And then whenever you go to high school, you kind of like graduate up calculators. So you get to use one of those like Texas Instrument super calculators. Pull one of those things up.
What is it called?
Dude, I don't even remember what that calculator is called. So yeah, I knew that's what you were gonna put. Fancy calculator.
Texas Instruments. Scientific calculator. That's what they're called.
Yeah. Type in scientific calculator. Don't do all that. Don't do the fancy one, dude. Calculators look way different, man, than whenever I was a kid. I guess I haven't had to use one in so long. Haven't kept up with the calculator upgrades. Oh, there you go. Look, right there to the right. That's it, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to use this because I wasn't allowed to use this for all the other years of high school.
Dude, that's the one I had. Above it, the one at Staples.
This one?
Yeah, $16. I had that thing.
Dang, dude.
Click it. We might have to buy one. It was something like that. It looked kind of like that. Graph calculator, dude. That was the one if you had that thing, you were passing math for sure.
Yeah, so we weren't allowed to use calculators.
Well,
like not even on anything.
You have to look up a YouTube tutorial on how to use calculators.
I mean, I know how to use like a normal calculator for like standard arithmetic. But even then, like I don't necessarily.
Oh yeah, but one of the graphing calculators, dude.
One of these.
We really had to use those things and like use the graphs and stuff like that. Yeah, it would be like, we would have like tests like how to use it. I mean, it wasn't how to use a calculator, but in the class,
like,
part of it,
use it to solve this.
Yeah, I mean, you had to like, they would basically like. Sometimes it'd be a multiple choice graphs that looked just like that one that was on it. that other one, and then it would be like, plug in like this is the problem, and you plug it in correctly, and it'll be multiple choice, like 4 graphs, like which graph did you get whenever you plug this in.
We got some YouTubes in here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so basically right now I'm doing that, not with a calculator.
Dude, this is basically, I don't know, man. It's like, really, it's basically like puzzle solving. Like whenever I look at one of those problems that was on one of those test things, it was just like, yeah, I've never run into a situation like that to where I had to do like 5 squared, square root or whatever. No. But it's part of school, it's part of life. So learn how to use a calculator. Or don't. And take Algebra 2 again. Again. Dude, I used to play this. There was a computer game. It was like a learning game. And look that up. Look up computer learning games in the 90s. I want to say my parents spent a lot of money on these things. Yeah, there you go. Look. From the 90s. Scroll down.
Any of those? Mario teaches typing. Dude, that's what I need. I never learned how to type either.
Hit more items down there.
Where?
See more items after Odell Lake.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to say it was Math Blaster, dude. Look up Math Blaster. I was really bad at math, man. I was pretty good at English.
This?
No, dude.
The Oregon Trail?
No, we did play the Oregon Trail on one of my things. I don't know. I'll have to find it later. Maybe we could talk about it next time. Because this game was legit, dude. It was like a jungle-based kind of tiki theme game. And it's actually a decent little game. Jungle math game. PC. Yeah. Hit that. These people might know what it was. Scroll down. Pretty sure. Scroll down some more. Hit view entire discussion. Hit that one. Math Blaster, ages 9 to 12. See up there? Yeah, click that. Dude, that was it right there, man. Yeah. They had like matching games. I can't remember what all you had to do with all of it, but it was like it'd be like, hey, what's the answer to this problem? See like that cloud thing or whatever? It would be stuff like that. But sometimes it would have like the answers, and then you'd have to like play the video game to like get to the right cloud. Stuff like that. It was fun whenever I was a little kid.
Sounds dope.
So yeah. I haven't really been watching anything this week. I started watching some show with the lady from Fleabag. Her like somebody lives in a hospital. I don't know. It's decent, but not good enough for me. A Crashing it's called. That's what it's called, I think. That's it, man. All I really did this week was work, play Borderlands. Me and Callie went to the Botanical Gardens on Saturday, which everything was dead.
In Forsyth?
No, down 17. Yeah, everything was dead. It wasn't maintenance well at all, and I was disappointed, man. Hopefully, our entry fee can pay for somebody to go over there and cut the grass. But yeah, I guess that's really it, man. We got a decent little bit of stuff to cover this week, so I guess we can get into it. You ready?
I reckon.
So I guess have you heard about the billboard that was playing the lesbian porn
I know.
On
I
that
heard.
one,
I heard the video playing earlier, but I don't know.
Yeah, pull that up.
I don't know.
This is kind of funny. I don't know if they figured out exactly. Don't do that, dude. Come on. Man. Oh my gosh, he's typing in lesbian porn. We're on a
it's fine, dude.
billboard.
What else do you want me to
Billboard
say?
shows porn. Do that, but don't type in lesbian porn.
That's what it is.
Yeah, but come on, dude. Like, then what do you think is going to show up if you Google lesbian porn?
I wasn't about to Google lesbian porn. I was gonna Google lesbian porn
All right.
billboard.
Press enter. Okay.
This
Scroll down. Let's find something.
Michigan.
Yeah. No. Go down. Let's go with some.
There's a bit.
Yeah.
here.
Just click any of them. This is just general information. There's not going to be
And these-
bias in this, hopefully. Okay. Drivers in Auburn Hills, Michigan got a heck of a surprise last Saturday night when an electric billboard started playing porn. The billboard, located alongside I-75 North between University Drive and Highway M59 in Auburn Hills, began playing X-rated movie not long before midnight. It was shut down after 20 minutes is a long time.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
porn to be happening on a billboard.
Unlike previous billboard shockers, this was definitely not a paid-for stunt. So I guess they think somebody hacked into this billboard, I guess. But yeah, so I was watching the interview earlier, and they said it was lesbian porn. And look at this, go down. Reporters in local media have reportedly noted how dangerous the incident was, with many rubbernecking drivers slowing down to golf at the film scene, creating numerous opportunities for accidents. People are so interesting, man. There was 45 cars pulled over on I-75 while this pornographic video played on the billboard. Dude, I don't know. It's a good troll, though. It's a pretty good troll, right? I mean, if you're going to hack a billboard, that's kind of what you want to do, isn't it?
That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but if you're trolling people...
I mean, I don't know, dude. If I'm hacking a billboard, I'm trying to...
Ad blockers,
I don't know.
this magazine is really more like a book, really. They talk a lot about like civil disobedience and stuff like that, about like defacing advertising, that type of thing, just because there's so much of it that's unwanted. I mean, I talk about that all the time, but could have been something like that, It could have just been somebody, more or less like defacing that under some belief system that's similar to mine, that advertising is just kind of garbage, Could have been something like that. Could have also just been some kid that figured out, the billboard password was like 1234 or something like that. And who knows,
I don't know. I don't know what I would put up on a billboard. One time my face got put up on a billboard.
I remember that. It was for your birthday, right?
Yeah.
How long was it up there?
I don't know. But it scared me.
Yeah.
Because we were driving past it, and then all of a sudden someone's like, hey.
Look, it's you on a billboard.
I was like, we're going to have to cut that out. Because I can't say my name on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. We'll cut that out. Hey, whoever, it's you on a billboard. Hey, Skinny Rick, it's you on a billboard. We're actually not going to edit it. We're just going to put a beep.
And the just a little.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was pretty interesting, pretty funny, So let's see what else, man. You seen anything interesting this week?
I'm gonna need a second to remember because this is a lot.
What, this?
Yeah.
All right, I've got a few other things. There was a golden toilet stolen from a palace in the UK. You want to pull that up?
That's their first mistake, dude, is they owned a golden toilet.
No, dude.
Of course that thing's going to get stolen. This?
Just hit enter. It'll come up, probably. There you go, dude. Hit BBC. Let's do that.
This?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. A 100,000-pound reward is being offered for the safe return of a solid golden toilet stolen from Blenheim Palace. How much? Let's convert 1,000 pounds into U.S. dollars, or 100,000 pounds into U.S. dollars. No, just type in 100,000 pounds to dollars. Type in 100,000 before pounds. Yeah, it'll tell you exactly what it is. There you go. $123,962.50 is how much this golden toilet was worth. Let's go back to the article. Detectives are still looking for the artwork valued at $6 million. Why does it say $6 million if... Oh, it's 120. Okay, so it's about $125,000 reward for the safe return of the toilet, but the thing is worth $6 million. It was stolen in a raid at the stately home in Oxfordshire on the 14th of September. The palace's insurance company, Fine Art Specie Adjusters, FASA, said up to £100,000 reward would be offered. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, I guess a bunch of people like broke in and just stole a bunch of stuff, and this toilet was one of them. But I mean, what do you do with something like that?
I don't know, dude.
Because it's not, but like it's not pure gold. So I mean, I don't know if melting it with it having any kind of other components in it would, mess up the value of what it's actually worth or whatever. I mean, I guess there's people that, do big raids and stuff like this on artwork and stuff like that. Like, they know where to go to sell that stuff. So
who knows, dude? Maybe it's living in someone's house.
Yeah, somebody might just be taking some royal dumps,
Ugh.
Well, good for them, dude. They deserve to have their toilet stolen, but just because they have one, in my opinion.
Don't have a golden toilet. Just don't do it.
Don't have a solid gold in anything, in my opinion.
Just use the gold.
This is a chain or a watch.
Use the gold you were gonna make the toilet with to buy a regular, just nice toilet, and then use the rest of the money to update that bathroom, dude. I mean, look at it. They got scuffs on the walls. They got like...
Dude, yeah. Get a regular toilet, then spend the rest of the money to make the room golden.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I'd rather have a golden room than a toilet. Then at least nobody could steal it.
Yeah. No one could steal the room.
Yeah. So... Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Oh, yeah. I drove to Atlanta and back.
Oh, yeah. How was that?
It's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm still sick of traveling from
the summer.
Like there's like Young Life stuff that like under normal circumstances I'd be dying to go to. And I'm like, dude, I can't. Like, I'm going to lose my mind if I have to freaking do another trip. Like,
when's your next big trip?
If everything goes according to plan, December.
Y'all are going to Disney?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. For how long?
I think like a weekish. So we only have like tickets or whatever, however it works, to go to the park for, it's less than a week we'll be in the park.
Yeah.
I think it's like 5 days or something. And then the other 2 days, people are just going to be hanging out at the hotel.
Yeah.
But my aunt, cousins, and uncle are talking about going to Universal for 2 days. And I don't think I can swing it right now, but I want to get I want to buy the Park Hopper pass to go with them because I want to hit up Harry Potter World again.
How what do y'all do whenever you go? What's
Disney
your
or
do y'all do all the parks or do y'all just do
We just do the ones that we want.
yeah. So
And so on my dad's side of the family, it's different because we don't go to Disney that often.
yeah.
But on my dad's side of the family, like Ezra is the youngest like person there. Like my cousins are all one of them is like older than me by a few years. The other one, she's my age. She's like a few months older than me. And then the other one is Caitlin's age. And so there's no like little kids really except for Zoe and Ezra. And even them, like they enjoy doing more of the cool rides like the Tower of Terror and stuff versus little kiddie rides. But when we go with my mom's side of the family, you know, I'm the oldest one out of all the cousins. And so it's like, you know, everyone's Caitlin's age and younger. And so there's a lot more of like kind of calm stuff going on versus us trying to get in and get all the dank.
So what's your favorite part
of Disney? Would probably be, well, for sure it's going to be Galaxy's Edge when we go.
Yeah.
But I haven't been yet because they just opened it. But
it might not be good, dude.
Dude, I don't know. I've been following that project for a long time.
So
I've been like checking out some of the stuff. I've been following people who like get like they like leak stuff basically before it's time. And I'm just super excited. It's going to be expensive though, so like I really don't have enough money to do all this stuff.
What park is it going to be in?
I think it's in Hollywood Studios. I think.
Well, how come they don't just make it its own park?
It might be its own park.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I feel like that would be a bigger draw if it was its own thing.
But yeah, I'm not trying to travel before then because there's going to be that. Then in January is a weekend trip to, I don't even remember where. It's a Young Life thing. But I'm going to have a weekend trip then, you know, I don't know what I'll have between then and then like April, I think, is that airsoft event I want to go to. And
where's
also,
that at? That's in like
Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then also whenever we go to Africa.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home for Christmas, and then there's a few things I wanna do next year. I wanna go to some shows and stuff like that.
It didn't happen this week, but I did get invited to go with a buddy of mine to see a 21 Pilots concert.
Yeah.
And 21 Pilots is my favorite band, and I've always wanted to go to one of their concerts.
I've seen them. Did I tell you that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw them in I want to say there's a venue in Birmingham called Iron City or something like that. It's a pretty small-ish venue.
What album were they? Like, what was their most recent album?
I don't even remember, man. Was
it good?
I've never been a hardcore fan of them. The girl I was dating at the time was, and so we went.
They're pretty dank, dude.
They're not bad. I mean, I've heard some of their singles and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not a music, you know, I don't really care for music that much.
But I was like, dude, I'd love to go. But then he was like, yeah, there's some of us going. We're gonna share a hotel room. I was like,
I have my phone today, dude.
Basically, I was like, I want to go. I'll go with you, but I just don't want to spend a whole day in the car with your friends
and then
in the hotel room. Like, that's just too much for me.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm not paying for a whole hotel room for myself because that's
yeah. Wow.
So, I told him if they like randomly bail, I'll buy one of their tickets and just go with him. But
I mean, some of the old Magic tournaments that I used to go to get 8-10 people in a hotel room, man. Like, yeah,
I'll do it
was
for
never fun.
I mean, I'll do it for certain things, but just the stories he tells about the times he stayed places with them overnight, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah,
It's like I'm not trying to.
they partying it up and stuff like that.
No, they just just sounds annoying.
Yeah,
It's like he's trying to get into the restroom to get ready for bed, and someone's like hogging the restroom, and then like walks out just butt naked through the room to like get their stuff, and it's like constantly, I don't know, dude. It's really not that big of a deal if you're a normal person, but for me, I'm like, I need for when I get back to the hotel room, I need it to be
quiet.
It doesn't have to be quiet. I just have to be able to like chill
Yeah.
and not get flashed
Yeah,
by someone like running naked through the room. It's like,
Yeah. yeah. Well, that's what it's like sometimes, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Onward.
what else, dude? Anything else happened this week?
No, not really.
We built that
Oh, the
thing yesterday. Yeah, we built a baptismal yesterday.
Yeah.
It exploded
Twice.
and then we kind of finally got it figured out. So that was fun.
I got to spend pretty much the whole day in the sun.
Yeah,
It's yummy.
you needed it though. You know, some of that vitamin sun.
Vitamin sun.
Yeah. All right. Let me think of what else I saw recently.
I know you wanted to talk about. Never mind. That's not. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not going to anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, I know you wanted to talk about some of that island stuff.
I don't want to talk about that right this second. I want to go.
Okay.
I want to. There's a couple other things I saw that.
There was that guy who escaped.
Oh no, it was a lady. So, Colombian politician escapes during dentist appointment. There you go. Hit that Al Jazeera one. I like Al Jazeera, man. Well, I mean, I guess people do, but Al Jazeera is kind of like the Eastern news, and it's just not the stuff that we hear on our media platforms.
Sure.
So, Colombian officials have ordered an investigation following the daring escape in Bogota of an imprisoned former senator from a medical center where she had gone to see a dentist. Ida Merlano, 43, had been escorted by a prison guard to her appointment on Tuesday, but once the guard was out of the room, she opened the window, climbed out, and used a rope to shimmy down the street below. She landed heavily on the pavement before calmly escaping back on the back of a waiting motorcycle, which quickly sped off. A video of her bold escape shot by a nearby security camera went viral on social media. Let's watch that. We'll put this up on the screen if we can find a version of it that's not going to get us pulled off YouTube.
What?
Let's watch this.
This one?
Yeah. We're going to watch this lady escape.
Oh.
Okay. Here she is. Da-da-da. They leave the room. Out the window. Well, that's it, man. Merlano, a native of northern city of Colombian City, was sentenced to 15 years in prison in September for buying votes during the 2018 general election that saw her elected senator for the Conservative Party. Justice Minister. Okay, so.
Oh, here's the.
Here's a
motorcycle.
Yep. Again, we'll put it up if we can find a video that's not going to get claimed. They're chilling. This looks so normal, dude. This stuff is fascinating to me. Because here's a guy, he's just waiting, This is taken on somebody's phone from like across the street or something. Holy crap.
No, it's a security camera that someone's filming with their phone.
Wow. Oh, I see the little thing now.
She just walks over.
Yeah. Let's go.
He had a helmet.
Yep, puts on a helmet. It looks like some people are talking to him. They take off.
Dang, dude.
Wow. Yeah, dude. They locked her up for buying votes.
But now she's gone, dude.
Yep, she's gone, man.
They ain't never gonna find her now.
That's
except for when they
I
do.
always find stuff like that so interesting, man. Like that guy was waiting. You think she like I don't know. I guess maybe
She had a second helmet there and everything.
yeah, I mean, I guess maybe she maybe I guess knew like where this place was. Either that or she just had this guy that was just like, hey, just go like wait over there and if I could figure out how to get out, I'll get out kind of deal. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I did see a video.
They offered a 50 million peso reward, which is $14,000 for information leading to our capture. That's not a very good reward, dude. That's not a reward worth ratting out a politician in any country.
Dude, I
get that Epstein treatment.
I did see a video. I don't think it's recent, but I think I just saw it.
What you got?
Here it is, dude.
Let's see. No, click that. The second one.
This?
Yeah, make sure that it's not going to have like news in it.
This isn't it.
That's not it. Just go to videos up top.
I mean, this is it right here.
Okay, click it. It's muted. All right, if we can find a version of this video,
there's definitely some out there.
Well,
yeah,
dude, I'm about to stop paying for YouTube, Red. I should be able to link all my accounts and then not get ads on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right. Okay. So basically, what happens? This video is actually cut, so this isn't the original. But this car pulls in and it's sitting here for a minute, and just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
And then someone comes out of the store, gets in the car, and this is what happens.
Okay. Oh, they were chasing her. Oh, nice, dude. The old sandwich. Bro, these are some dedicated employees. For real. Somebody that was a employee at Lowe's told me that they have like policy or protocol or whatever that like no matter what somebody's walking out the store with, you're not supposed to stop them. Yeah. Yeah. You really got to care about your job to, on a forklift, like block off a car,
Or just care about stopping someone with the forklift.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But it was like multiple people, dude. Like, if that car just sped up real quick, it could easily, like, hit you, knock that forklift over, all that stuff. I had somebody swipe me and run one time right down the road from here on Henry. They went the wrong way and it was raining. They hit one car right in front of me and then tried to run and clip my mirror. And I followed him and blocked the lady off. But I thought she was going to run into my car for a minute. Yeah. You got to be...
Yeah, dude.
You got to be dedicated to do that.
Dude,
for real.
But yeah, I saw that and I thought that was funny. It's like, dang.
That is funny.
Like because they thought through it. Like they planned it.
Yeah.
Because the guy was already in the store when the car pulled up.
Yeah.
The car pulled up. The guy came out, got in the car, and then they.
When I used to valet in Birmingham, I was at Chewy's one time at the Summit. Do you know where I'm talking about?
Yeah, yes.
But I was valeting out there, and that happened. A car pulled up to the Michael Kors curb, and a lady ran out with a watch, jumped in the car, and then they took off and sped off. And there's like, on that road, there's this little like, it's like shopping centers that are up a mountain, but behind one of the stores, there's a road that goes back onto the main highway, and they just went onto that and escaped, dude. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So we just spent about 5 minutes looking for this one article on Russian troll farms. They had tampered with some type of election in the EU recently, and I think that right now, more than ever, as our elections are coming up next year, it's super important to pay attention to what's flying across your social media feeds and what you're consuming, more or less, because what these Russian troll farms are doing is trying to create discord within different countries, citizens, and trying to persuade or convince people to elect in specific directions. So I would say we can't find the article. I was reading it this morning, but I would say to just be wary of those things, because we are coming up on that time. If your Facebook feed and social media feeds aren't already full of that stuff already. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about. What's up? So
Russian, dude.
Yeah, well, my thing with that.
Mm.
What's up?
Have you ever heard of a not Russian troll farm?
Yeah, it's they're Russian, troll accounts are responsible for a lot of stuff that has happened this year. And it's confirmed. A lot of that stuff has been traced back to those specific accounts. I think that the kid, that high schooler with the MAGA hat on, I don't know if you remember that. There was a Native American guy with the dance and all that stuff. The original picture of the kid smirking that kind of got everybody originally upset at the kid was traced back to a Russian troll farmer account back in like somewhere in South America. And it was a big fuss over that. So you just got to pay attention to that stuff. I saw somebody on Facebook today saying that, complaining about advertisements and how they were kind of shoving some stuff in their face that is definitely relevant in her life, but it's still, she made it very clear that it was unwanted advertisements and unwanted stuff that was coming through her news feed. Yeah, anything on that? I know you don't really do social media. Why do you not do social media?
Why did I stop?
Yeah.
There's a few reasons. One being that I was wasting too much time. Two being the drama. But three also just being like, the reason I quit Instagram is because I kept getting spammed by these like bots. Basically, I don't know what they're called, but it's one of those like, hey, like in the DMs, it's like, hey, I blah blah blah, I think you're pretty cute, and I was like,
lonely tonight, add me on this app,
that type of thing. And lots of that prawn dude trying to get me. But I mean for real, like that's the main reason I quit, is because Instagram just kept trying to push all this like trashy stuff in front of me, and I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm here to share photos with my friends, to see what they're doing, to like stay connected. And it's like you're just like, I'm just getting spammed with this crap. So I'm thinking about trying it again eventually.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate. I would love to be able to I'd love to be able to downgrade to a dumb phone. But with being a producer and having to promote podcasts and stuff like that, and trying to get our deal,
Sure.
going, it it's hard. It's hard for me. I don't know. I don't think that I can do it.
Yeah.
So, I know there's some people out there that do.
I mean,
they use a Twitter used to have a text to tweet thing for people who didn't have smartphones, so you could link your phone number to your account. Yeah, you had a certain number you would text, and
it would do it for you.
It would tweet it for you. So that doesn't exist anymore, I don't think. So I'm a little bit stuck in this world that my phone has constructed for me.
Yep.
But yeah, so last thing I want to talk about today is we want to do a update on Jeffrey Epstein. I know for the first few episodes, I kind of talked about it a little bit. I was reluctant to go into detail and stuff like that just because it's such a horrific situation. And because Skinny Rick is... he's a younger fella, and but this stuff is reality. We're past, did he get killed? Did he hang himself, or did he commit suicide? I think at this point that's really irrelevant. What matters more is that there are a lot of people that allegedly and also potentially could have had some stuff going on with what he had happening on that weird little island of his. And
there was a lot that got...
Yeah, there's a lot of information. So kind of the latest few things I wanted to go over was a interview that they had with someone in the royal family regarding Jeffrey Epstein's relationship with Prince Andrew. So if we can pull that up.
Is that not what this
really
is?
Really quick. This is not. Okay. So just type in Epstein News. EPSTE. Yep, there you go.
Oh, it's at the top, so.
Second one. Okay, so this is Prince Andrew's ex-wife. Click it. This is from the New York Post. If you don't like the New York Post, then I don't know what to tell you. I think that whenever it comes to stuff like this, unless fingers are being pointed in, look at all these ads, bro. Click off of that one.
So many, dude.
Jeez, man. What was I saying? Yeah, I unless, you're having fingers pointed in one political direction, like the finger was being pointed at the Clintons at first. I've also heard some people dive so deep into his interactions with Trump, and, they were implying that Trump had some stuff to do with this stuff. I am under the thing of this at this point is... I don't really care what the implications are or who they're towards. Like this thing, I would love for this to be gotten to the bottom of, because it's very horrific. So I'm going to read some of this. Sarah Ferguson has spoken about ex-husband Prince Andrew for the first time since scandal exploded over his ties to the pedophile pal Jeffrey Epstein, insisting that she still has the royal family's back. The Duchess of York, 59, was asked by the Sun about how she was supporting the prince who had repeatedly named in court documents in the Epstein sex scandal. She said this: "I think the most important thing in life is familyhood. Good for you. Andrew has long been tied to Epstein, with the FBI reportedly investigating the connection." I saw a video. I saw a really creepy video on Live Leak with them. Ferguson. Okay, so this is some of the stuff that I thought was interesting. It surrounds money and some of that go up, and some of the stuff that the words that she used. So Andrew has always emphatically denied claims of any wrongdoing last month and admitted he regretted his friendship with Epstein. Ferguson also had ties to the perverted money man, borrowing $24,000 from him, a loan that she admitted in 2011 was a gigantic error of judgment. So it seems like at this point, this, what it sounds like to me is that potentially the blackmail that this guy was having on people was almost extending into just friendly comings and goings, basically. Like, hey, I would never ask anybody for $24,000 at all. But if you're somebody that's going to do that, I would imagine that you would do it with someone that you trust and that you're close with. And so to me, it just kind of seems like for her to say that it was a gigantic error in judgment, just kind of confirms that this guy was all about him and what you could do for him. And so, I wanted to look at that. Also wanted to look at another article. If you would actually, before we do that, I would like to do this. So I saw this one video on Live Leak. I don't know if we'll put this up on the screen. Maybe we'll put a link to it or something like that. Of just it was like Epstein leaves some place of residence that he had in New York, and the way that he does it is just so weird. So Epstein, type in Live Leak. Click that, the first one. Okay, give me just a second. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Okay. Scroll down. Down. We're not going to be able to show some of this. All right, go up. Did you see what that picture was, though? Because I've only seen this on this, and if that is also by the same artist that did the that's hilarious. That's so funny. Okay, maybe if I have time this week, I'll censor that picture and we'll put it up, because it is so funny, dude. But I have to find out if it's by the same artist.
All right.
Okay, so
there's a lot going on there.
Let's play this video. I have no idea what the protocol is with Live Leak. Should we just do it and get demonetized? Let's watch it first, and you see if we think we should do it, because it's so creepy. Like, this guy, he leaves his apartment and he looks like it's like super villainy kind of looking. So
right.
Play it and then make it full screen. Look at him, man. With this girl, he looks like he just woke up. He walks a little bit. Is he helping her get in her car or what? He's stepping into the car, I guess. I don't know who this lady is. Now, she's going to go back here, and you can see Prince Andrew inside of the house, like peeping through this freaking door like a weirdo. So this lady, and then behind her is going to be Prince Andrew. How weird, man. Isn't that weird?
Hold on.
It's like he's trying really hard not to be shown in this guy's house.
But look at what he's doing here. She already turned away.
You think he's waving at somebody else?
I think he sees the camera.
You think so?
Look, the door from that perspective, the door's blocking his view of her as she turns away.
Right, but why?
And he waves directly.
But if you watch him, he follows the door crack like he's looking further. Watch.
Yeah.
See? How weird is that?
It's not normal.
It's not. But am I just a bit? Does Epstein not look like a supervillain kind of dude?
I mean,
look at him.
I've never really seen the man interact with people.
He looks super serious, man.
What did she just give him? Keys?
Looks like a key.
Those are glasses.
Is it?
Come on, dude. I'm not trying to do that. Let me see. I need to download this somehow. Yeah, those are glasses.
Yeah.
She gives him the glasses. Walk into the car. He puts it in his pocket. They're talking. We need someone who knows how to read lips, dude.
Yeah, but their back's facing us.
Not right here, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just weird, man. It's really weird.
There's a security camera over there.
Yeah. That's his for sure. It's on that. Is it on the same building? Does it look like?
I thought they crossed an alleyway at some point. Looks like there's an alley right. No, that's a tree.
Yeah, it looks like it's still part of
the
same building. I'm sure he probably owns that whole building. All right.
What are they driving on the European side of the car, or is there a driver?
I couldn't tell if there's a driver or not. I mean, there had to have been a driver, but she even goes back around the car to shut the car door for him. Did you see that?
Oh wait, but this has got to be in America, yeah, because they're parked on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
So she's talking to someone. She does something with her hands. She looks in the back seat. It's like, okay, thank you.
She goes back around and shuts the car door for him.
She opens. Someone opens it. I don't know.
Maybe he gave her something.
And she runs back inside.
I want to watch this. All right. See if you see Prince Andrew in this. Because it cuts. Keep going.
Hold on. I don't see him in there at all.
See if this is the same girl, though. Keep going. Wait for it to cut. It's not the same girl.
No. There he is. He nods.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
All right, whatever, man. And then let's go to that other article that I had pulled up. So this one is just about some of his financial situations.
You want to go ahead and close all these out, or?
Yeah, just scroll up. This is the one. Go up. Keep going. Scroll down a little bit. All right. Jeffrey Epstein's biggest client this is in the New York Times, so if you don't like the New York Times, sorry about it. Jeffrey Epstein's biggest client had deserted him. His money management firm had lost more than $150 million during the financial crisis, and he was a registered sex offender. Back after he started a new company, that wildly speculative business plan in 2012, Mr. Epstein had no problem pulling in cash. The startup Southern Trust reported more than $200 million in revenues over the next 5 years, according to the review previously unreported financial statements filed in the Virgin Islands. Despite the name that calls to mind the financial services firm, the fledgling company with a handful of employees said it was developing a DNA data mining service Southern Trust was trying to gauge customers' predisposition to cancer by basically organizing mathematical algorithms. Mr. Epstein told Virgin Islands officials he sought a lucrative tax break in 2012. Mr. Epstein's business revival is documented in financial statements and other filings obtained in the New York Times. The documents from Southern Trust and his earlier firm, Financial Trust, offer a glimpse of Mr. Epstein's mysterious finances. They show that Financial Trust peaked at the end of 2004 when it was reported $563 million in assets and net income of $108 million. They demonstrated... keep going down a little bit. Stop. They do, however, offer a reason for the sudden change in focus. In 2012, Mr. Epstein asked the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority to note that Financial Trust no longer managed money, so it would not have to register with federal securities regulators as required under the Dodd-Frank Act. Later that year, Financial Trust was replaced by Southern Trust, which Mr. Epstein told authorities would still maintain a financial arm. The single-page, unaudited financial statements for both companies obtained through a public records lawsuit against the Territories Division of Corporations and Trademarks. So, it's pretty clear that this guy was just up to some shady stuff. He switched kind of the role of this particular company multiple times from being a financial company to a not financial company so that he wouldn't have to report, more or less like every single detail of what was happening. And apparently he was doing some kind of DNA data farming, which we saw that he put some money, donated a ton of money into different Ivy League schools and tech schools around the country that do research in a lot of really just weird kind of stuff. So there's no telling really what this guy was into, to be honest with you. Wow. But it looked like he had his hands in a lot of different sketchy stuff, and also, just some other really wild stuff that maybe we can talk about in one of the upcoming podcasts. I want to make sure that all my facts are in line before I talk about that particular stuff. But yeah, so I just, I would like to revisit this situation from time to time. I mean, I've talked about it before. As a conspiracy theorist, we lost the opportunity to have one of the bigger awakenings of our generation, and so much information died with this guy, and it's just something that I think is important, and stuff is still unfolding, and nobody really spends the time to talk about it. So I wanted to.
Sure. Knowledge is power, dude.
Yeah.
That guy had a lot of it.
Yep. A lot of power, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of money. So, but it's about lunchtime. You ready to go eat?
Yeah.
You got anything else before we sign off?
I got to think of my fortune cookie.
Okay. Well, while he is thinking of his fortune cookie, thank you for watching episode 6 of Teddybears and Tentacles. I'm going through the channels right now to get us approved through iTunes and Google Play and all that, so that you guys can have the audio stuff up and available for whenever you're at work or driving or whatever. We were having some issues with the website that we use to distribute the podcast, but I just went ahead and did it manually. So we're just waiting for that stuff to get reviewed and verified, and then it should be up on those platforms as well. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at TBAT Quinn, and you can follow Skinny Rick on Twitter as well. His Twitter handle is at TBAT Skinny Rick, SKINERICK. And I'm doing this outro really slow because he still looks like he's trying to come up with a fortune cookie. Are you ready?
No, dude, I got nothing. That's deep. It's deep in my memory, bro. Somewhere in there. I want to do an original one because the last one was not. I don't think. I've got others that I've heard, but
I got one for you. My dad used to say this. He used to say,
right.
"Wherever you are, there you are." He used to say that all the time.
Okay, then.
Yeah. So also before we sign off, if you haven't noticed, we got spooky set for the Halloween stuff. We're getting ready for the special Halloween episode, and it should be pretty good.
Hopefully.
Yep. So everybody have a good week, and we will talk to y'all next time.